Imagine this, a company holding billions in an asset that has the potential to transform its entire financial landscape. You might think we're talking about the latest tech company or a global conglomerate, but we're not. We're talking about Microstrategy and its radical bet on Bitcoin. But here's the million-dollar question: could Bitcoin's price really hit $100,000, and how would that affect Microstrategy's future? Sounds crazy, right? But Michael Saylor, the driving force behind this move, has not only made this prediction but has gone all in on Bitcoin. Let's dive into the story behind this audacious claim and explore the future of Bitcoin and Microstrategy in 2025. Microstrategy isn't your average tech company. Founded in 1989, it initially focused on business intelligence software but has since transformed into a Bitcoin powerhouse. Under Michael Saylor's leadership, Microstrategy became one of the first publicly traded companies to adopt Bitcoin as its primary treasury asset. But what made Saylor take this bold step? In August 2020, Microstrategy made its first Bitcoin purchase of $250 million, setting the stage for what would become a massive shift in its corporate strategy. By the end of 2024, Microstrategy had acquired nearly 447,470 BTC, that's over $45 billion worth of Bitcoin. In fact, the company now holds more Bitcoin than any other publicly traded firm on the planet. Why? Saylor believes Bitcoin is the future of money, and it's a hedge against inflation. To give you an idea of just how much this bet has paid off, let's look at the numbers. With Bitcoin currently valued at around $101,000, that means Microstrategy's Bitcoin holdings have increased significantly in value. Microstrategy's commitment to Bitcoin isn't just a fluke or a one-time investment. They've crafted a bold strategy called the 21-21 strategy, which aims to raise $42 billion through stock and bond offerings to continue purchasing Bitcoin. This aggressive plan shows Saylor's belief that Bitcoin's price will skyrocket in the coming years, and his conviction is clear: Bitcoin is the future of currency, and it's only going to get more valuable. This isn't just about speculation. Microstrategy has already seen significant returns on its Bitcoin investments, and the company's stock has surged accordingly. However, the risk is high too. Raising capital to buy more Bitcoin means increasing the company's financial leverage, making them vulnerable to Bitcoin's notorious volatility. But here's where it gets interesting. While the strategy might sound risky, Saylor has carefully analyzed the market. He believes Bitcoin is not just another speculative investment but a long-term store of value, comparable to gold, but even better. Now, let's talk about the $100,000 prediction. Michael Saylor hasn't just hinted at the potential of Bitcoin, he's made some very audacious predictions. First, let's look at his $820,000 prediction. In 2021, he suggested that if Bitcoin's market capitalization were to match gold's, which sits at around $16 trillion, the price of one Bitcoin could soar to nearly $820,000. This would mean a massive upside potential for those holding Bitcoin, and Saylor firmly believes that Bitcoin could surpass even that in the coming decades. But wait, there's more. Michael Saylor has also forecasted that by 2045, Bitcoin could reach a price of $13 million per coin. He argues that as more nations adopt Bitcoin as a reserve currency, demand will drive the price higher, making it a global standard for value storage. When you consider these predictions, you begin to see that Saylor's vision isn't just about $100,000, he's thinking on a much larger scale, positioning Microstrategy for the Bitcoin revolution. As Bitcoin prices have surged, so has Microstrategy stock, creating a unique relationship between the company's stock and Bitcoin's performance. If you look at Microstrategy stock, MSTR, you'll notice that its movements tend to mirror Bitcoin's price. When Bitcoin skyrockets, so does MSTR, and vice versa. This creates a dynamic where MicroStrategy's investors are not only exposed to the success of the company's software but also to the fortunes of Bitcoin. In fact, as of late 2024, MicroStrategy's stock reached a 25-year high, largely due to the increase in Bitcoin's value. As Bitcoin continues its climb, MSTR's stock could see even higher growth, bringing in major returns for investors who believe in Saylor's vision. But there's a catch: Bitcoin's volatility also brings downside risk. If Bitcoin prices were to crash, it could negatively impact MicroStrategy's stock price. This makes it a high-risk, high-reward investment, and only time will tell if this bold strategy pays off in the long run. As you can imagine, MicroStrategy's massive Bitcoin position comes with significant risks. These include market volatility. We've all seen how Bitcoin's price swings wildly. One moment it's up 20%, the next, it's down by 10%. This creates a roller coaster effect on the value of MicroStrategy's assets. A sharp downturn could seriously affect their bottom line. Regulatory uncertainty. As governments around the world scrutinize cryptocurrency, regulatory changes could play a huge role in determining Bitcoin's future. If a country like the United States imposes harsher regulations or even bans Bitcoin, it could drastically affect the market. Leverage and debt. To buy more Bitcoin, MicroStrategy is raising funds through debt, which means they're increasing their financial leverage. If Bitcoin's price were to decline sharply, the company could face serious financial difficulties. This adds an extra layer of risk for investors. However, despite these risks, Michael Saylor remains unwavering in his belief that Bitcoin will only appreciate in value as it becomes more mainstream. Looking ahead, many analysts are forecasting that Bitcoin could see significant growth in the next few years, potentially reaching $225,000 per Bitcoin by 2026. This would be a major boon for MicroStrategy, significantly increasing the value of its Bitcoin holdings. But as always, it's important to recognize the uncertainty that comes with Bitcoin's price movement. While the upside potential is huge, the risks are equally substantial. Saylor's long-term vision is to continue accumulating Bitcoin, with the belief that the coin will not only hold its value but will eventually replace gold as the world's premier store of value. As more corporations and nations adopt Bitcoin, MicroStrategy is positioning itself to be at the forefront of this revolution. So, what does all of this mean for the future of MicroStrategy and Bitcoin? Could Bitcoin really hit $100,000? Or even $820,000 or $13 million? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Michael Saylor's bold bet on Bitcoin is paying off, and MicroStrategy is a company you'll want to keep an eye on. Before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more in-depth discussions on cryptocurrency, investing, and the latest in business strategies. And if you're interested in understanding how current political events could impact the crypto market, check out our previous video. Is Donald Trump's presidency bad news for XRP and crypto? And if you're curious about MicroStrategy's potential crash, we also dive deep into that in MicroStrategy Crash. Discover the bullish secret. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.